This podcast is brought to you by The Senior Techie, a source of information for seniors and others about technology. You know, there's this persistent stereotype that older adults are just sort of wandering blindly through the digital world, not really caring about their digital footprints. But the Senior Techie highlights a statistic that, well, it completely flips that narrative on its head.
It really does. I mean, according to their data, 74% of seniors, we're talking folks over 65, say limiting access to their personal data is very important.
Very important.
Yeah. They actually prioritize it more than younger generations do. So the motivation, it's clearly there.
The motivation is there, but the execution is just incredibly difficult. And that's what we're really looking at on the Senior Techie podcast today. Why is digital privacy uniquely hostile to seniors right now, and what are the specific maneuvers you can actually use to take back some control?
And we have to start with the stakes, because they have evolved. It's not just about, avoiding embarrassing ads anymore. The Senior Techie flags a really chilling risk when it comes to health data. So when you're browsing for medical advice, looking up symptoms, maybe drug interactions, that tracking technology is often running in the background.
And most people would assume that search bar is private, right?
Oh, far from it. That sensitive information can be exposed to third parties.
Mm-hmm.
And the Senior Techie explains this data could theoretically be used to discriminate against you.
Discriminate how?
For things like insurance coverage, Social Security benefits, or, wow, even eligibility for senior housing. It builds a profile of you that can have very real-world financial consequences.
That connects directly to the gadgets so many of us have on our wrists. The Senior Techie notes that 56% of Americans worry that wearable devices are revealing lifestyle details. And that's not just paranoia.
No, it's a valid understanding of the business model. These devices aren't just counting your steps. They're generating metadata that insurers could potentially use to predict longevity.
So you see a fitness tool, but data brokers see something very different.
They see an actuarial goldmine.
Exactly. So the data harvesting is incredibly sophisticated. But the defense mechanisms, the privacy policies, they feel intentionally broken. It's like they're trying to bore you into submission. You make the policy 10 pages long, fill it with legalese, knowing people will just click agree.
It is often a feature, not a bug. Corporations, they exploit what are called cognitive barriers. The Senior Techie notes that for older adults, navigating these intentionally dense mazes is designed to induce fatigue.
Right.
The goal is just to make the opt-out process so exhausting that you just surrender your data.
So if the system is designed to confuse you, the strategy has to be simplification. The Senior Techie suggests stripping down your digital surface area before you even look at a privacy policy. And they mention a specific tactic about social media profile pictures that's surprisingly strategic.
You mean using different photos for different platforms?
Exactly that.
It sounds so trivial, but it effectively confuses facial recognition algorithms. If you use the same photo on Facebook, LinkedIn, and X, it's simple for algorithms to link your profiles and track you.
And changing the photo breaks that easy link. It's a smart workaround. What about the technical side? Authentication.
Well, we just have to move past relying on memory for passwords. The Senior Techie strongly recommends using a password manager. And of course, multi-factor authentication is pretty much non-negotiable at this point.
Absolutely. Relying on a single password is like leaving the door unlocked.
And specifically, the Senior Techie notes that while 2FA adds that necessary layer of safety, it's often better to use an authenticator app rather than SMS text codes if you can manage it. SIM swapping attacks are becoming a more common way to target seniors.
And if that feels overwhelming,
use your community. Local libraries are offering cybersecurity classes, or you can ask a trusted family member to help you configure these settings.
It is 2026, so the legal landscape is shifting alongside the technology. What's happening there?
As of January 2026, 20 states now have comprehensive privacy statutes. But the big update for this audience involves changes to regulations like GDPR and HIPAA concerning what's called digital power of attorney.
That's a crucial concept. It's essentially a legal permission structure for your digital life.
Precisely. It allows a caregiver to, say, access your health portal without giving them the keys to your entire financial identity. The 2026 updates finally standardize how that handoff happens, ensuring data stays private even when it's transferred between caregivers.
It's good to see the regulations trying to catch up to the reality of digital caregiving.
They are trying. But it does raise a provocative thought. If these new privacy laws still require significant cognitive effort to understand, if you need a law degree to figure out the protections, Are they actually protecting the people who need it most?
It's the ultimate paradox. We're legislating privacy, but we might just be legislating more paperwork. This podcast was brought to you by The Senior Techie. It's available on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Spotify. If you'd like to keep up with their newsletters, you can subscribe for free by going to theseniortechie.com.